field at an actual point of a circular loop. I am taking one circular loop. I am taking one circular loop. This is the circular loop, and center of the circlet is O. Center of the circlet is O. Axial line is nothing but this is the axial line, point P. I am calculating magnetic field at a point P due to the current carrying circular loop. Isn't it? Now, you have to divide this circular loop into the number of equal elements. See here, length of each element is the dl. So I am writing here length of each element is dl. Length of each element is dl. Now, magnetic field at P due to dl is equal to, I am writing here dB is equal to, according to the Biot-Savart equation, dB is equal to mu naught divided by 4 pi I dl sin theta divided by r square. Here this is nothing but a distance from dl to point P. Distance is the r, and radius of the circlet is capital R. This distance is point O to point P distance. I am writing as a x, isn't it? So this r is nothing but from here to here distance is r. If you take the theta is equal to 90 degrees, how theta is equal to 90 degrees means I will show here in diagrammatically for your understanding, isn't it? Okay, see the circular loop I am showing like this, but it is not like this. On the board, just I draw the circular loop, it is like this, just not like this I draw. See here, I draw the circular loop, it is like this, isn't it? And the center of circle is nothing but a O, and the point P is, see here, the end of this one, it is the point P. In this one, see here, smaller. At the top, this position I am taking as a dl. From the dl to point P distance is this pen is nothing but a smaller. This is the smaller, like this I draw, isn't it? Now, what is the theta means? Where is the theta? You can observe angle between the dl and a line joining from dl to point P. So angle between these two is nothing but a theta. So see here, if you observe the diagrammatically, so tangents dl is nothing but my finger. And this is smaller. If you take like this, angle between my finger and pen is the 90 degrees. In 3D you can see here, you can observe the direction of the dl is along this direction of the dl, that is nothing but shows by my finger, isn't it? Smaller is nothing but like this. So if you observe the angle between these two is the 90 degrees. So theta is equal to, we can write here 90 degrees. dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi into I dl divided by r square. That is equation number 1. Now here magnetic field in which direction it is acting means the magnetic field is perpendicular to the dB is perpendicular to the P and dl. That is perpendicular to the dl and P. So according to the Fleming right hand rule, you can observe the magnetic field is acting outside. The magnetic field becomes like this. Comes like this. Okay. Now, if you take this is vertical line. It is nothing but a vertical line, isn't it? This is the vertical line. Okay. This angle is pi. This angle also, these two angles are same. At that moment, dB can be resolved into the two components. One is horizontal component is dB cos pi. Vertical component is dB sin pi. Okay. Next one, exactly opposite to this one, I am taking one more element. This is also dl. What is the magnetic field at a point P? Due to the small element, these two distances are same. These two distances are same, and magnetic field is perpendicular. Here dB is along this direction. Again dB is making an angle with the vertical is the pi. Now this angle also pi. Now dB can be resolved into the two components. One is horizontal component is dB cos pi, vertical component is dB sin pi. See here, due to the two opposite elements, two dBs are acting along this direction. Due to the two opposite dl elements, magnetic fields acting along this direction. If you take the two opposite elements again, if you take this is one element and this is one element, due to that one, see here, you have to observe very clearly that my fingers issue is nothing but all the dBs are. Initially 1 dB is acting along this direction, 1 dB is acting along this direction. Just I am splitting like this. So due to the all elements, all the magnetic fields are acting along this direction. All the magnetic fields are acting along this direction. At that moment, vertical components here, dB cos theta, one is acting upward direction, one is acting downward direction. All the dBs are cancel, but all horizontal components here, dB cos pi, these are the horizontal components. So horizontal components get cancelled, and the resultant of all vertical components. So horizontal components, all dB cos pi get cancelled, but all dB cos pi here, due to the two elements, 2 dB sin pi is acting along this direction. If you take the two elements, again 2 dB sin pi is acting along this direction. If you take the two opposite one more elements, all the dB sin pi's are acting along this direction. So resultant magnetic field B is equal to summation of dB sin pi. So total resultant, this is B is nothing but a magnetic field. Total magnetic field at P due to current carrying circular loop. So that is nothing but a total resultant of vertical components. B is equal to summation. Here what is the dB value? dB is equal to, you know very well, mu naught I dl divided by 4 pi r square. What is sin pi? Sin pi is nothing but, see here, this is one right angle triangle. It is one right angle triangle. Sin pi is equal to opposite side by hypotenuse. What is the opposite side? Capital R. Hypotenuse is the small r. So sin pi is equal to capital R divided by small r. What is the small r is equal to under root of? See here, small r is equal to means this is capital R. According to the Pythagoras theorem, this is capital R and this distance is the x. So small r is equal to capital R square plus capital X square. I am writing that one only. Small r is equal to capital R square plus capital X square. That you can write as a capital R square plus X square to the power of 1 by 2. That you can substitute here. R square into R, that is R cube. B is equal to summation of mu naught I dl capital R divided by 4 pi into R cube. Now B is equal to, see here, mu naught I by 4 pi is a constant. Mu naught I divided by 4 pi. Capital R divided by R. Small r is equal to, what is the small r here? Small r is equal to capital R square plus X square whole to the power of 1 by 2. Cube is there, no? Cube means whole to the power of cube. And summation of dl. What is the dl is nothing but a summation of dl is nothing but a length of the circle. So I am writing next step. B is equal to summation of dl is equal to L, that is equal to 2 pi r. Correct or no? That is circumference of the circle. So L is equal to 2 pi r. Just substituting this one. B is equal to mu naught I r divided by 4 pi into so summation of dl is equal to 2 pi r into 1 r is there, r square will come, divided by r square plus x square to the power of 3 by 2. If number of loops if you taken, that is multiplied with the capital N. Number of loops if you taken, that is multiplied with the capital N. So B is equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi into 2 pi r square into N divided by r square plus x square to the power of 3 by 2. For example, at the center, magnetic field at center, if you want to calculate magnetic field at the center means x is equal to 0. See here, this is magnetic field at a point P distance, at a distance of x. Magnetic field at a point P at a distance x we calculated. Now this point P if I am taking at this center means x is equal to 0. This point if I am considering at the center, at that moment x is equal to 0. So if I substitute x is equal to 0, you can write B is equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi into 2 pi r square into N divided by r square. See here, x is equal to 0, r square plus x is equal to 0 to the power of 3 by 2. Here 2 get cancelled. Then what is the remaining? B is equal to mu naught I divided by 4 pi into 2 pi r square into N divided by r cube. Here r square and r cube get cancelled. And what are the final equation? B is equal to mu naught I into capital N divided by 4 pi into 2 pi, isn't it? This is the at the center. At the center means if you cancel this equation, B is equal to mu naught I into N divided by 2. That is mu naught I into divided by, here r cube is there, 1 or r only cancelled, remaining r is there, so that is 2r. So B is equal to mu naught, here r square and r cube get cancelled, 1 r is remaining, so that r I have written B is equal to mu naught I into N divided by 2r. See here, I want to tell one new formula here. For example, sometime they will ask what is the magnetic field at the center of semicircle, what is the magnetic field at the center of 1/4 of the circle, otherwise they will ask at the center of the 30 degrees, at the 30 degrees what is the magnetic field, at the 60 degrees what is the magnetic field. If you want to calculate means, see here, according to this one I am writing the formula. B is equal to mu naught I into N divided by 4 pi r into this 2 pi I am writing as a theta. The 2 pi I am writing as a theta. Here theta is equal to, see here, when if you take one complete circle, what is the angular displacement? Theta is equal to 2 pi. 2 pi if you substitute here, we can get the answer. If they given the semicircle, what is the angular displacement? Theta is equal to pi. In this formula you have to substitute, you can get answer. B is equal to mu naught I into N divided by 4 pi r into theta is the pi. Pi get cancelled. Then B is equal to, you can write mu naught I into N divided by 4r. See, for complete circle, theta is equal to 2 pi. Already we substituted, so that's why we got the same answer. If semicircle, theta is equal to pi, if you substituted, we can got. Sometimes if they given for 30 degrees, so theta is equal to, you can write here, theta is equal to pi by 6. If they ask theta is equal to pi by 3, that is 60 degrees, 60 degrees if they ask, you have to write like that, isn't it? So when they given it is at the center of the complete circle, at the center of the complete circle means theta is equal to 2 pi, you have to substitute. If for the semicircle means theta is equal to pi, you have to substitute. 1 by 4th of the circle means theta is equal to pi by 2, you have to substitute. This formula you should not forget. This formula is very important. B is equal to mu naught in into theta divided by 4 by r. See here, just now once again, just I am giving the review here. It is a one complete circle. What is the magnetic field at a point P due to the current carrying loop? Due to the current carrying loop, that is at a distance x I taken. So when I am doing this, all the calculation I got it is magnetic field. Magnetic field at a point P due to the current carrying circular loop is this equation. This equation at the center, what is the magnetic field at the center of the circle means x is equal to 0. We got this answer. This equation only, if they want to calculate at the center of the circle, at the center of the semicircle, at the center of the 1 by 4th of the circle means this equation we can modify. We can modify like this. We can modify like this and we can substitute that angle, we can get the answer. So this is the